So what's the Grape Explorer talking about today? So we are back to our Bordeaux up from the cellar. One of the wines that I would like to feature today and show you interesting chateaus that you might not be aware of, and some vintages that we can discuss as well, because that's very important in Bordeaux. This is called Chateau Haut Marbuzet, one of my favorite wines in all of Saint Estephe. If you're not familiar with Saint Estephe, I'm going to show you right now on the map. It's all the way to the top up here. And you can see its proximity, we always say, to the river. And it's right here, Saint Estephe. It's the top of all of the top-level Bordeaux. But it's an interesting appellation as we discuss. But one thing about Haut Marbuzet that I want to talk to you about, this is not Grand Cru Classé. Again, they did not make the cut in 1855. But this is Cru Bourgeois Exceptionnel, which is one of the top of the Cru Bourgeois chain. They always talk about the different classifications. You have Cru Bourgeois, Cru Bourgeois Superior, and then Cru Bourgeois Exceptionnel. This is one of them. And this is a very fascinating property, by the way. It's run by a gentleman. His name is Henri Duboscq. And this is the family that owns it today. And they have actually run this property for quite a number of years. This is 1989. Again, 89 was a very, very special vintage. You had the two back-to-backs, I call them, and now we have historical back-to-backs. So we have 89, 90, we have 95, 96, and, 2000 vintage, you had 2001, not the same. So see, it's very hard to have what I would call two back-to-back great years. And so 89, one of the finest vintages. And these are the kind of wines that, of course, if you're a novice and you really, again, want to cellar wines and you don't want to spend a lot of money, check out Haut Marbuzet. You put this wine away, it's going to reward you with patience over a period of time. This wine is 89 vintage, so it's still drinking really, really great. And Haut Marbuzet was founded in the 18th century. It was taking its name from Marbuzet, which is a section that is actually, it's called Haut Marbuzet. It was that property, this property here was owned by Alexander Ségur, who I think we brought up before was one of the top guys that owned Calon Ségur, and he owned Lafite Rothschild and Latour, and he always said that his heart was in Calon. That's the same gentleman. So this property actually borders Monrose. Shh, don't tell anybody. But this wine flies, I think, about 6 to 7 times less money than Chateau Monrose. And they have the same exact soils and the same drainage issues, good clay property, but a lot of staying power. These are some of the finest wines that I always say fly under the radar. So if you do not know a lot about Bordeaux and you do not want to spend a lot of money, these wines are usually $50, $40, depending on the vintage. Again, this is a strong vintage, 1989. But guess what? 2022. One of the finest Haut Marbuzets they've ever made. Those wines are starting to touch 94 points. Ooh, those are wines that you can actually buy still to this day on futures for under $60 a bottle. So if I was out there and I was buying wines to put away from a great heralded vintage like 22, I would be looking here. Don't listen to anybody that says that the Bordeaux prices are too high today. Where can you get a bottle of wine like that can live 30 years in your wine cellar? Like here. 1989, we brought it to the cellar just to show you. These are the kind of wines that you should be paying attention to if you really want to learn about Bordeaux, or you're really passionate about Bordeaux and you don't want to spend a lot of money. Start looking, because these are the kind of secrets that are out there. Again, this is the Grape Explorer talking about great, great Bordeaux.